What? So you're Baki Hanma.
Why were you in the broom closet?
'Cause I'm a warrior. Today is a good day to die.
Fucking laugh ads.
Dude, that's Baki Hanma.
Baki Hanma.
Baki Hanma is the fucking funniest shit I've seen in a long time.
What?
Alright, so let me just try to explain this. Alright, so Baki Hanma is this dude who is the son of the strongest man on the planet, who's referred to as the Ogre. Alright, and these guys are so tough and so full of muscle that when they flex, the muscles on their backs look like devil faces because they are so awesome, right? And so the series begins, and it's this press conference, and they're interviewing this park ranger in Africa, and they're like, was it really necessary to deploy a military unit against an elephant? And he's like, you don't understand. This was 100-foot tall demon elephant, and it was fucking up everybody, and we had to call it in, and it destroyed all of our fucking jeeps and machine guns and tanks. This elephant killed all of them, and it would have killed more if this one man hadn't shown up and beaten it to death. And that man is the Ogre, the toughest man on the planet. That's our bad guy, right? Meanwhile, Baki is his son, and this was the old man's way of saying that he's finally accepted Baki as a challenger. So he beat up an elephant to let Baki know his challenge has been accepted for the title of the world's strongest man. So Baki's like, how am I going to get ready for this fight? I need to start training. So through sheer awesomeness, he summons the spirit of Mike Tyson and gets into a shadow boxing match with him in the street. He just summons his spirit. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, does Mike Tyson, like, is he dead in this universe? Like, what the fuck? Like, does he know about this? And so apparently this isn't enough. He's able to defeat Mike Tyson with ease. So he's like, well, what's a stronger animal to beat than an elephant? What can we use? What can I use to show that I'm challenging him back? So he's like, how about a praying fucking mantis? So he has a praying mantis, and he just, once again through sheer awesomeness, imagines it to be 6 feet tall, and he fights an imaginary 6 foot tall praying mantis in his fucking basement. Okay? This is a thing that's happening in the world. Okay. So, now that he's beaten Mike Tyson and a praying mantis, he now needs to fucking prove himself again, I guess? So, he decides that he's going to challenge the toughest man in America. A giant black guy named Biscuit Oliva.
What?
Are you with me? So, he's like, well, Biscuit Oliva is so tough. He's such a man that he has himself imprisoned in America's toughest prison. And he lives there like a VIP because no one dares tell him what to do. So he lives there and gets like fucking 5-star hotel service and shit because he is so awesome. So Baki's got to get in that prison. So what does he do? Well, apparently, George Bush has planned a parade for himself to go through Dallas on the exact same route as JFK's. And when he crosses the part where the X is or JFK is shot, Baki takes him. He just takes George Bush right out of the fucking limo and gets away. And is sitting down having lunch with him in a building when the Secret Service arrive. That's how awesome Baki is. Alright, so now he's in prison. And he's ready to fight Biscuit Oliva for the title of the toughest man in America. In his cell, he is met by Mike Tyson. The real Mike Tyson is his cellmate. He is there as well.
What?
On top of that shit, there is a pirate king from some island in the middle of fucking nowhere who's also there to challenge Biscuit Oliva. I hope you with me. The pirate king sleeps in a broom closet because, quote, he is a warrior. These are all things that you will see in the show. He sleeps in the closet because he is a warrior. So, one night, Mike Tyson gets basically attacked by 3 random assholes who fight in synchronization, and they kick Mike Tyson's ass, which I found to be very insulting to Mike Tyson. But good thing the Pirate King arrives, and he saves Mike Tyson by beating up just one of the dudes, which is what I was screaming he should do from the very beginning of the fight. Alright? So, it's time for the Pirate King to take on Biscuit Oliva. But Biscuit Oliva has a special guest. See, his wife is there. This girl that he cannot live without, that he adores. You see, this gigantic black man is in love with a 600-pound marshmallow-shaped white woman who is confined to a bed due to her amazing girth. This is a thing. So, they're all standing in the middle of the fucking prison, like, whatever you call it, the yard, and they get into a fight. But it's not a typical fight, Andrew. Oh, no, sir. See, these men are fighting with, oh god, what are they called? It was some bullshit fucking rule, but basically what they do is they take a handkerchief, and each one has to hang on to it while they fight each other. And if one man lets go, then he loses. And if you think that isn't stupid enough, they constantly change their grips, so that at first they're holding it with their full hand, then they go to just between pinky and thumb, and then they go to just daintily holding it in their hands while they're clobbering the motherfucking shit out of each other. Until eventually Baki perks up and says, hey guys, this is fucking stupid, can we just fight for real? And so they do, and the black guy just beats the shit out of the Pirate King. So, the Pirate King goes home and goes, man, that was fucking crazy, and he is out of the story. That is it for the Pirate King. He showed up to fight America's toughest man, he did, and then he went home. That is the story of the Pirate King.
What the?
So this leaves the fight between Baki and the fucking Biscuit Oliva. And Biscuit Oliva, as I mentioned before, is treated like a VIP at this prison. So Baki wants that same treatment to show that he's ready to fight him. So he decides to go for a stroll, and is met by 6 armed guards who threaten to shoot him. But he takes the buttons off their shirts with such lightning speed that they can't see it, and thus they are too afraid to shoot him. Because he also says that unless they shoot him in the very particular part of his brain, he will still be able to fucking kill them with his pure muscle memory. This works. And enrages Biscuit Oliva so much that he has Baki confined in his cell. He's got him chained down, and he comes in to fucking, like, menace Baki, and he pisses on him. He's like, see, I'm top dog, and he pisses on him. To which Baki laughs and remarks, Jesus, dude, you're this threatened by me that you gotta come in here and make such a fucking spectacle about it? Sure, have fun. Which, actually, I like that part. I thought that was fucking hilarious. So that begins the final showdown between Baki and Biscuit Oliva, where they immediately start fighting through cell walls, kicking the shit out of each other, and Mike Tyson's looking on and all, like, what the fuck? The guards don't even fucking react. They are watching this spectacle they're captivated. They're captivated. They take their hats off as they watch these men slap their meat against each other, until eventually Baki realizes it is not technique who will beat this man, it is pure raw strength. So he starts beating him back. The man is strongest in America. And my favorite line in the show, Biscuit Oliva's like, he's pushing me back. He's pushing back America. And then Baki shoves him through a fucking wall. And that's it, he wins. He pushes that motherfucker right through a wall. And then he just leaves prison. George Bush, like, gives him a flight and shit. And he's like, good luck fighting your dad, Baki. And that is the end of the season. That is Baki Hanma.